Okay, let's see how we go with this. See if we can make this turn up a treat. Just hear some funny noises at the back of the machine, like crackling noises. I hope it's nothing wrong, nothing seriously wrong. I'm going to look at that later. Just hear these noises. This machine makes too many fucking noises, and I keep finding new ones. It's just like that's the Konica Minolta, bad workmanship. You know, you just get the feeling they don't care about what they build, what they design and build. And they don't care about the people that use them. They just treat us as fucking money-making cattle, so to speak, or whatever. They don't treat us with a sense of, oh, whatever. There's no pride in it anymore. Just the love of money. Fuck, I hate the photocopier industry now. Anyway, what are we doing? We're doing a modern fishing magazine, and we're going to use this picture of this man's catch. I'm not into fishing. I've only caught one fish in my whole life. It was a really small fish, and it was caught on someone else's rod. It wasn't my rod, so I don't count it as my fish. It wasn't actually a rod, it was a reel, actually. Not that I know hardly anything about fucking fishing. Anyway, sorry about the bad camera work. I'm trying to get this down on top of the magazine, but basically I've never been an avid fisher. It's just something we did with special school and stuff like that. We never took it seriously, although I used to get frustrated that I couldn't catch a fish. But we weren't using very good techniques. We mainly used things like bread. We used to put bread on our fishing rods, which I don't think the fish are really excited about as a general rule. I think there are better things to feed fish than bloody breadcrumbs. Now that looks quite nice. Wondering if we're going to make it a little bit less of an enlargement it looks nice. I'm wondering, but he still looks a bit too high up there. So wondering if we're going to maybe slide this up a bit to get it up a bit higher. But basically we never took it seriously, but I did get pissed off that I never seemed to catch anything. But it was just for the fun of it, you know, just fun of the chase, the thrill of the chase, you could say. It was. That it wasn't really something too serious. But a lot of people take fishing seriously, and that's understandable. Now I'm just going to have to somehow close the dock feeder again and get it nicely lined up against there. Let's try that again. But basically, I never took it seriously, and to this day, I haven't been fishing since, it's been a long time since I tried to fish. I think I did it with my family as well, from time to time. Now that's a better framing. I've framed that a lot better now. I think that's a lot better. This looks, pity we don't have the tail. Wondering, going to keep it like that. I'm going to see what I can do. Maybe the horizontal might go a bit smaller. Maybe we could shrink the horizontal down a bit, even if it's going to distort the image a little bit. So we're going to make it maybe 190. We're just going to make a subtle adjustment there to get the tail in. But yeah, fishing was just something we did just for the fun of it. But we never took it seriously. But I think I fished with my family when I was a kid. It was the kind of thing we did as kids rather than adults, because now we just don't do that sort of stuff anymore. So I'm wondering which one looks better. I'm actually thinking that one looks better because we've got a bit of the tail. So we're going to try. Wondering if we're gonna try and move it across. Not that it's going to be any easy to do so. So we got it up. Now, I'm wondering if we can slide it across up onto this lip so we can still register the image against an edge. So we're just going to put this up on the lip, just like so. Can't see it, sorry folks. But again, I'm going to have to just drop this down onto the document feeder down onto there carefully. And we're just going to try that again. We're going to do it without the enlargement. We're going to do it just with just the positioning, so we don't end up with any distortion whatsoever. Let's see how this looks. See if it's even better. We've got the top going. Oh, we've pushed him up to the top, and now we've got the fucking writing. I hate that. I hate that fucking when that happens. So I've pushed him up too high. For some reason, I've just done it wrong. So we just pull it down again. So we're just going to pull it down. So I think we fucked it up. Now I feel like I'm getting a bit too perfectionistic here, folks, because we've fucking made it look shit. And we still don't see all of the tail. So we still have a very little small amount of the tail. But that looks better. We've got his head back in the right place. So, wondering if that's as good as it gets. We're just going to compare it with the first ones we did. The first, whatever. Sorry, folks. So this, I think, was the first version. He was a bit higher up. And you can see there's more tail to the image. You can see there's more tail. So we're just going to put those aside, and I'm wondering if it's going to be worth running it like this, or if we're going to make any more adjustments, or leave it like that. Alright, let's see how this happens. So this is a fishing magazine we're using. So I think with fishing you got to buy things like, like for what they call fly fishing, you got to buy things like lures, and they're probably expensive, and then you got to buy, or you can get worms or other live bait and shit from what I know. But don't quote me because I don't know much about fishing. I've only caught one fish off someone else's reel, so that doesn't count quite as my fish. So yeah. And when I was out fishing with my special school, Arndell, one of the other kids actually caught I think a leather jacket on his reel. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he did. But that was like a rare thing, bit of a chance. I don't know whether he was using better kit or whether he was just using the same kit that we were using pretty much, but he did. He successfully caught, I think it was a leather jacket or a catfish. I think it was a leather jacket, actually. Anyway, that looks quite nice. I think now we can call this fishy little demo quits.